Welcome to Watcher DM. I'm Gabriel. Today I'm going to do a quick flip through and review of the Deck of Many presents Humblewood Campaign setting. I'm pretty sure Deck of Many became Hit Point Press. Yeah, it's Hit Point Press. So this is my original campaign setting book for Humblewood that I got back from the original Kickstarter. I ran this adventure using 5e. And, it was from Hit Point Press and Deck of Many. Yeah. So, some amazing art, of course. Good introduction. Welcome to the Woods, Races of the Woods. So, they introduce a bunch of new races. In fact, these are the only playable races in... Move my light here so you can see better. Or Nah. Yeah. These are the playable races for this game. So, lots and lots of bird folk, and then humble folk. So this is the Servan, the Hedge, Gerbine, Mapache, and Vulpin. This is fine. These characters can fly, kind of. They have, flight-like abilities. And, God, the core of them are so cool. I'm gonna say, in so much as this book is obviously gorgeous, the writing does not tend to care a ton about your time. It's pretty purple. It's gonna write a lot. It's just gonna say a lot of things, or talk a lot without saying a ton. That said, the writing is good. It's enjoyable to read. Man, this art, though. Woof. So, yeah, this whole section of the book, you are just going through the different origins or races that you can play. Bitch. Vulpin. And then you got characters in the woods, so they talk about some of the different things going on, like how big everyone is, and sex and gender, and all that stuff. You've got languages here. These are like the messages, how they have like their own alphabet, and they put things in that so you can hand them out as like handouts. There's new class options available in this book, including a new cleric domain. There's a new bard subclass. I think there's, what is this? The fighter martial archetype, Scufflaw. Yeah. New backgrounds. So there's a bunch of different backgrounds here. New feats again. Just 5e things. There's some new spells introduced. Largely, I would say the spells introduced here are not very balanced for 5th edition, so I wouldn't let them out of the Humblewood. There's a whole section on religions and religion and the different gods of the setting. Again, more beautiful art. Got some tales, so just like legends and stuff. And then section 3 here, I think, this is like the beginning of... Oh, right, so this is about traveling the woods. This is a kind of gazetteer of the different parts of the world, how adventure works and running the campaign, and then the adventure begins. So this is the actual adventure, the kind of campaign of that comes with this book. It starts in Winnowing Reach. So you kind of start in a little town. You go out to find some researchers. You end up running into these slimes. You beat the slime, return to the Reach, go meet the Swamp Witch. Really pretty well structured. Lots of fun stuff. Lots and lots of read aloud text. The art is great. I think it definitely feels like it's in a VTT. Like this is, trying to be a VTT kind of ready game. Then they go into part 2, the Bandit Menace. Now, myself and I think a lot of other people have ended up running this slightly differently. where the bandits end up kind of becoming freedom fighters, and the party ends up joining them. Because the Alderheart bandit tension is not particularly well, like, it doesn't make the birds look great. Alderheart is kind of a shit place for the way that they treat the humble folk, which is part of the design here. Like, it's not telling you what's right or wrong, but it definitely it's a weird way to characterize the bandits as like a threat. When in the end the bandits kind of are the, I don't know, they're justified in some of their complaints, if not their methods. So yeah, you're going through and kind of exploring the bandit camp. This is kind of their inner keep. So there's a whole adventure that goes into their inner keep. God, so many sessions doing this. The bandit leaders, the Servan. And then you get to part 3, and this is the urgent summon. So they call you back to Alderheart, and there's fire stuff going on. And so they send you out to try and go stop it. That's in the grove. You meet this nasty snake, outrunning the fire, fleeing to Alderheart. And then you go into part 4, Mysteries of the Avium. So this takes you into this kind of library where you can do a bunch of kind of research stuff, and this is the Avium adventure section. We did a bunch of this. In this section, you kind of research and find out more about the elementals and kind of what's set them off, because there's like this growing fire in the west. And there's an undead bird monster thing going on with this Corvum necromancer. It's pretty interesting. And then A Fate and Flame is kind of the adventure caps, or the campaign capstone. And this section takes you back out into the west to face off ultimately against Buried in the Ash, the Crucible of Fire. Yeah. You end up going up against some of these guys. You go find the Borealis, which is something you need for the final summon. Preparing for battle, and you go up against this guy, this gorgeous piece of art here, and you end up using, I think you're like collabing with the necromancer, because he's trying to fight this thing using necromancy, and you end up in this crazy battle. Then you've got your Appendix A is your Bestiary, so Aspect of Fire. Again, these are 5e stat blocks, so they take up a page each, but they come with beautiful art, so can't complain there. Yeah, Wakeworm. It's funny they put the Wakeworm in here, because there's another adventure that is about the Wakeworm that isn't in this book, and so yeah, there's some crossover stuff. But yeah, all your monster stat blocks, your NPC stat blocks are here. And creating NPCs, really nice. New magic items described here. You've got a random encounter generator, which could have been more prominent if I'm being honest, but it's fine. Like, I'm glad that they put it in here. And then Appendix A, what did they find? Kind of a treasure generator, which is great. And then you've got your index, some more fun little art, a couple of pages for notes in case you want to write in your expensive book. And that is Humblewood, the original campaign setting by Deck of Many and Hit Point Press from a long time ago. Actually, I don't remember. When was this published? 2019. Printed August 2019. Can you believe that? Okay. That's that. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Also, you can go see the other videos in the Flip Through and Review series. If you would like to, if you want to support us, you can go to watcherdm.com or go to our Patreon. And yeah, I think that's all I've got. Thanks for playing. Bye-bye.